Morning troops, it's blowing a gale, everything's chocolate brown, rivers and drains are unfishable for at least a week, so off the beaten track. We're going to see if we can track any pike down in the small narrow feeder drains. Now they're pumping through, but there's nothing major. You can hold bottom wherever you want. It's chocolate brown, that's the only snag. Are there prey fish here? Are there pike here? I'm hoping, due to the status of the rivers and the drains, the prey fish have come in to slacker water, calmer water, and they're holed up somewhere shallow and calm. And hopefully the pike will follow them. That's the plan. Got 3 rods out. All 3 rods are, 2 roach, and the middle rod is a sardine. I'll run through the swim with you in a second. I've got a brolly up to keep the wind off the microphone and everything, because it is really blowing a gale. Yes, we're out. We found somewhere to fish. Whether there's any fish in here is a different matter. I don't, you know, last time I bought you a blank, which was only my first or second blank of the winter, so we ain't done too bad this autumn. Now we're coming into winter, midwinter soon, and it's quite mild, 6-7 degrees. A strong northerly wind, so the temperatures are going to drop. I say the water's chocolate brown. I'm hoping there's some fish sheltering from the torrents out on the main drain and the main rivers, because they're unfishable at the moment. I can't even, you know, warrant a little margin rod down in the slack water. It's just the banks are inaccessible. It's, well, you know yourself, and I don't fish still waters, so I'm stuck. I found somewhere to fish. Whether there's any fish in here or not, we're going to find out. Here's the drain, and here's the swim. Chocolate brown as you'd expect, but we're off the beaten track. We're trying something outside the box. The main drains and all the rivers are unfishable, and they're going to be unfishable for at least another week. So I'm going to have a couple of hours here. If it doesn't produce, I'm going to move off. But you don't know unless you try. It's only 3 foot deep. I've had pike out of here many years ago. Obviously I don't fish it, that's why I'm saying it's off the beaten track. It's not on the pike angler's radar really. I mean, it does produce fish, but it's been absolutely hammered, this area, by the older people we're not allowed to mention. Yeah, the left hand rod's going to be the bridge swim. But as you can see, I mean, there's rubbish dumped in the drain. There's a outlet just there to the left hand side. This float's just being dragged under at the moment by a bit of weed. Bang centre of it, so I can move that left or right in the lee of the bridge, which I probably will do. Just plunked it out to get a rod out straight away. The middle rod, 3/4 way across mid-channel, maybe you could say. That's got a whole sardine on it, simple hook. The left hand rod's got a 3-ounce roach on it, single hook. And the right hand rod, it's all the way down the right hand side. Again, mid-channel. And that's got a single roach, but that is and that's got a roach mounted on a single hook, but that's a very small roach, 1.5 inch long at the most. I've got the baits in, going to leave them in 20 minutes, half hour, and then it's boost them with oil, because it's chocolate water. They're not going to be, the pike are not going to be feeding on sight, they're going to be feeding on their senses, if they're feeding at all, or if they're here at all. So we'll get some oil in them, boost them up, get the attractants pouring out of them. Let's see if this gamble pays off. The last time we went out, we fished a venue that's been neglected. We didn't have much joy, so we'll endeavour to put some fish on the bank this time. For that left hand rod, I'm going to move that into the lee of that bridge where there's a bit of slack water, and I'm going to hope we catch something. I moved that left hand rod closer to the bridge, and that slack water in between the outlet and the bridge. There's some slack water there. Looks a likely looking spot for a lurking pike. As I said, I'm going to boost the baits with oil after about 20 minutes, half hour, because it's definitely they definitely won't be feeding on sight. It'll definitely be the old predator senses. Sometimes, rather than recasting, what I like to do is just jiggle that bait off the bottom a bit, that's all. That way anything close by might panic into snatching at it, thinking that the 3 mils on is just about to disappear. Yeah, so I just twitched it a bit, that's all. As you can see, I've gone route 1 there, right under the bridge. Nothing so far, but we live in hope. Oh, truth, as you can see, we've moved. Different venue, not a different swim, a different venue altogether. It's still gale force winds, howling rain. Par for a course on a day off in December in the pike fishing game. It's a horrible, miserable, wet day. Didn't have anything in the last place. It was comfortable fishing. I could have quite easily sat there all day and been comfortable in the hope of getting one run maybe. But I wanted to catch fish. I wanted to catch something good before they get worse. I mean, the rain just keeps coming down. So my advice is, if you're thinking about moving swims or you're thinking about moving venue, don't and ah. Say, oh, give it another 5-10 minutes, give it another 10 minutes. Time's precious this time of year. You don't get much daylight, but before you know it, the opportunity to move has gone. So I've moved drains. There was a quick wrap up, quick move, 7-mile drive to the next drain, if that. I don't think it was even that, 5, 6 maybe. Well, anyway, I'm on a drain. say the wind's coming from behind me now, so I've got a bit of shelter from the wind. That's not why I moved. I just moved to try and catch some fish. I'll run through the swim with you after I've had a cup of coffee and something to eat, because I set up in the last place, so I didn't even get me brew kit out. I was expecting to fish an hour or two, see if there's anything there, move. But the weather's diabolical. You can't rove in this. Well, I can't. You know, it's just too wet, too horrible. So I've moved venues. Brought me a lot of success down the years, this venue. Well past its glory days, so it's still off the beaten track really. You know, it doesn't get fished a lot anymore. And it's it can't, you know, it's been a corking venue in the past. My boy had a £40 brace out, a 21 and a 19 in the space of 15 minutes on here one morning. So, you know, and I've had, well, I can't even count the amount of 20s I've had out of this drain. But a bite would be nice, a fish would be a bonus. You got to, you know, it's a real horrible day again. We're out, we're fishing, got to be in it to win it. That's all. I'm gonna have a nice cup of coffee and a mince pie, and then I'll show you the swim. Hopefully it'll stop raining by then. Hey, we're off the mark. We've beaten the floods. Success. 15 minutes. New drain, new swim. And we're away. We're up and running. It's only a little one, but oh my word, do I appreciate that fish. Don't worry, that's my blood. There he is, covered in lice, been holed up, but we nibbled one out. We're off and running. Didn't take us long. Whole sardine, single hook, bang. Let's get it back, let's get another one. And it's the same tactics as before. I've got my left hand rod is a small roach. No bigger than that, static dead. It's another very shallow drain, 2.5, 3 foot at max. So it's no paternosters on here. So it's a static dead with a drill bullet. That's a small roach on the left, medium sized roach on the middle, about 3 or 4, well, 2 or 3 ounce roach, about that big. And on the right hand rod is a whole sardine. They're all static deads, presented single hooks, hooked through the snout. Let's see if the move is going to pay dividends. It's almost dark now, troops. Really appreciate you watching through to the end. Barn owls are starting to skirt around. It's that time of day. Who knows? Maybe one more run before we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. I'll see you on the bank real soon.